member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are gonna be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso,
probably one of the worst matches ever, sadly.
And found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever. The New Day! From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jey could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day 1. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
It's crazy to see how the Usos definitely how much.
So that's what it's all about. The tag team titles.
Yeah, so it looks like we might be on a little fatty stream today.
The cell door is locked. First of two Hell in a Cell matches tonight in Detroit. The champion doing everything to retain here. Emphatic kick out for the challenger. Still in it. Rolling elbow finds its mark. Ouch. New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Yeah, you can see the whole chain and the lock, bro. You can see the chain. You don't even see the lock. Around this time, oh man.
What's interesting,
dude, this was probably one of the best tag team matches. Like,
the New Day not choosing Big E and Kofi to beat the straight into the
like, especially of this era, it was definitely one of the better ones that they had this decade. And
Woods is thinking big here, tossing their opponent like they're not.
Yeah, this match definitely, it was a show still.
From the top, really just laying it in. Elbow drop, good lord. Right on the mark. That's got to up the champ's confidence. Taking flight. Bang, what a splash. Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact. And he's pulled the ring apron up, looking under there for something. I guess he... The one thing missing in this match is a steel chair. Those are folding chairs, but they can also fold human hat. All the talking we've heard leading into this match.
They had
the New Day quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle. Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. Pin attack by the champion. And he only stays down for a 1 count. Not quite enough to put him away. Lift it up. What's next? Clothesline. Down on the windpipe. And Big E clearly wasn't the aggressor on that exchange. And more action like that might allow Jay to get the job done. Saw it coming. So many amazing matches between these two teams. They said it this past week on SmackDown. No matter where we put on a show. The Usos and New Day have a unified goal to raise the bar of tag team competition, to bring the division to a whole nother level. You know, in basketball, they talk about super teams. Well, these two teams are the proverbial super teams in WWE. Hazardous position as Jimmy gains his foot in.
Try to hit me with it.
Foot to the belly. He'll make his way to the ring. Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure. I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital. The two teams so familiar with each other, some innovation with weapons almost becomes a necessity. DDT! Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos handpicked, but this environment is totally different. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I think the New Day played right into the Usos' hand when they selected this match. Jimmy and Jay have a street mentality. They're perfectly equipped to turn Hell in a Cell into the Uso penitentiary. Heads outside.
Dude, apparently the Hardy boys wanted to face the Usos in a match, in one of the cinematic matches, but it would have been in the Uso penitentiary. Which I think that would have been badass. Dude, can you just imagine the Hardys and the Usos against each other in the Uso penitentiary? Man, that would be cool.
Reversal by Jay. The Usos following the footsteps of many great family tag teams, the Steiner brothers, the Head Shrinkers, who of course Jay and Jimmy's own father was a member of. It would be a very proud moment for the RIBWWE family if the Usos can capture their 5th tag team championship here. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree for Jay and Jimmy. Just a factory of elite specimens.
I like that he's like, yeah.
What a counter. He counters with a great reversal. Looks to climb the top rope. Counters and counters. Each superstar. Top rope. Continuous counters. These superstars looking locked in. Vicious right forearm. And he now has his opponent up. This is about to be over because... Caught in a bad spot. Oh, God. Face first. The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance. It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without it. For the title and the glory. Oh, wow. Made this inside cradle. Rolling in a small package.
It's a possibility. TNA is working with the NXT.
Applying the armbar, nice takedown.
Maybe I can see the Hardys coming back and going to the main roster.
Looking to explore every inch of hell.
It's a motherfucking Hardy boy, man.
Sliding back into the ring. Uso splash. Innovative offense from the cover. New champ incoming. He's already done so much damage. What else could he want to do? Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight.
Are they gonna animate that? Yes, they are. Holy shit, yeah!
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric.
Dude, I thought this was very you. He got Kobe in the background just yelling.
I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day. It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Dude, I thought this was pretty cool and unique, just doing it. Just trapping his ass in the corner with a bunch of kendo sticks.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win. Do whatever you want. Punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed the whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before. Well, no time to be a jovial bunch when you're in a cell, Michael. Tonight, it's not about entertaining. It's about putting your sworn enemy to rest for good. Brutal short-arm lariat. The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This, the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs. And just being around the Usos is now the pin for the championship. Exactly what he wanted. He's looking for something. This could get dangerous. And now with the kendo stick in hand, he's ready to do some real damage.
Huh.
Using the ropes. Placed against the turnbuckles.
Not bad.
No escape from these punches.
Talking to Xavier, he told me the one thing the Usos have taught us is that we have to embrace a more lawless culture here in WWE. A more lawless culture in this
I am just doing all types of friendly fire.
The reason they chose to have this match in the Hell in a Cell. It's been such a chaotic rivalry. Therefore, only this kind of lawless match can finally put an end to it for good. The challenger enduring the punishment.
Yes, Big E showing off there.
I need to hit somebody with the chair.
Needs to hit. Follow through with the uppercut. He almost got caught by that one. Oh my God. Oh man. And the damage is just going to keep on coming if you can't find the defense for this.
Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their punishment. What's he gonna do here? He's hitting lights out here.
Oh no, maybe not.
And he fights it off.
Somehow, some way, he is still in this.
I thought he was pinned.
Boom. Uppercut. Nasty. Right to the kidneys from behind. And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now
Going for it.
looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash. The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
And I remember this match. I didn't really have any side. I was okay with whoever won. Man,
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude. But Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
oh, I remember that. They was just taking shots at him.
Yeah, with the handcuffs.
Oh yeah, I forgot he got handcuffed during that time.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles. Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking.
It's cool that they're acknowledging her.
Who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself.
The glow.
Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete,
So they was only able to get solo for this, and that was it.
level of success that Naomi has,
And he the only one that I hear talking.
Is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be
what was
the
that?
most
Was that Carmen?
And in true Uso fashion,
That was part of
Naomi
Team Bad,
shows
I
an
think.
unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used
Trapping her like a pig,
to
man.
her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Dang, and I don't think she uses this song anymore. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong, huh?
It's glow time! I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home? No, I cannot, Corey.
When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi. Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is, I think this was like one of the first years they went out there with Saudi with the women. They had to wear t-shirts too.
And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire
It was probably, yeah, Naomi got
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match. She said new country, same
You see the match though, it's like, yeah, I think that makes sense from what they were wearing
Everything you
t-shirts.
just said is indicative of the new attitude. The new
Times is
personality
definitely
of
something
Bayley.
else out there.
Bayley has been SmackDown Women's Champion for a record-setting 279 days. She's won every title available in WWE.
This was Bayley when she had that Karen
The Raw
haircut.
Women's Championship, the two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, a Tag Team Champion, a Money in the Bank winner. Bayley's accomplished it all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beat Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on the champion.
What an exciting moment for both of these competitors tonight. But once the bell rings, it's down to business. The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger from Orlando, Florida, Naomi. And her opponent from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
For the first time ever, we have a Women's Championship match here in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Bayley against Naomi.
this was the
Will
first
Bayley's
year.
record-setting reign
Yeah,
end here
because I don't
tonight?
think I remember Alexa Bliss wearing a t-shirt or anything. If you think about it, you got Bayley.
Guys, a very important
Like,
component of this
outside
match.
of this
Bayley's
mode,
won
I
every
wouldn't
title
care,
available
but
in WWE.
man, can we not do
Bayley's
it during the
accomplished it all.
timing
But the one thing Bayley has
thing?
never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi and a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself. Ouch.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi, maybe the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more perched up top.
Whoa! What a landing! The air time, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
Dude, I could have
The
stuck it.
challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Hits the drop kick. We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not quite sure Naomi can match.
Byron, you talked a lot about
It's
this
a
change
countdown,
in
don't
Bayley
do
and how
good.
people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression. The way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Eludes the attack.
Guess she don't do a springboard from right there.
Ooh, and a shot to the body and another drop kick. Great athleticism.
Off the rope. Misses the
Oh,
target.
that was That was
Big
also
mistake, and that error could be costly.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she said, I didn't change. I just did what I had to do, and look what I've done.
Well, you're right. Love it or hate it, Bayley's doing what she's had to do by hook or by crook to maintain a stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Oh, stop right to the hand. The champion's sending a message. There's no mercy here.
Oh, my goodness.
Just strike it at will.
You can't get caught in a hailstorm like that if you want to win. Bayley realizes that Naomi wants to pick up the speed of the matchup. The champion refusing to allow that to happen.
Drop kick.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
I'll just pick her up. I want to try that.
Using the rope.
Doesn't matter because she just reversed out.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks it
Up high.
Uh-oh. Look at the power.
Nice scoop slam.
Dude, baby, he just hit you
Into the
with
pin. Title on the line. Kick out at one.
Close call, but not enough yet.
These two trading.
At least when I'm nothing that's time. Except for your little bubble in the on top of my bubble.
Everything they've got.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
What impressive determination from both competitors, keeping at each other no matter what.
Oh man, the shot raining down. One after another.
That shot ends things. Naomi finds her target with that one. Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
Yeah.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here. Put into the corner. What could be next? Being placed onto the...
And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by
Okay,
Bayley,
eyeball.
protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Oh, real view by Naomi. The challenger comes up big.
She kicks out. I don't believe it.
We knew it was not going to be an easy task to put the champion away, and that's being proven right now.
More like the champion's proving that sooner perish than lose.
Naomi.
That's
Feel
a
the glow.
finish submission.
Submission. Locked in. Is it over? Is she going to tap? Ah, Bayley's dreams about to end here in this match. No, we did it. We have a new champion.
Yeah.
Here is your winner, and the new
Talk about this match.
Women's Champion, Naomi.
Bayley's stranglehold on the SmackDown Women's Championship has
It's cool that Naomi gets her props.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without
Oh wait,
Alpha
no, these two.
and
Oh, okay.
Sika, without the wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Alpha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Alpha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country and then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
Yeah, Romans and...
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon the Dudley.
Not who I was expecting.
And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match.
Okay.
Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these 4 men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
2-on-2 tables match here with the masters of the match, the Dudley Boys, taking on the Wild Samoans.
There's always those thoughts in the back of your mind. My brother can beat up your brother. My brother can put your brother through a table faster. Finally, we get to see those thoughts become a reality. Saxton, I never want to hear about the inner workings of your mind
so much
ever
more
again.
I second that, but the Dudley Boys and the Wild Samoans are two teams who also clearly have a few screws loose. This should be intense. Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around. Boom! And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting the battle to eventually win. I felt the vibration of that one from all the way over here.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables matchup? And comes from the top.
Ooh, tripping all over their opponent. Fell like a boulder out of the sky and absolutely flattened the target.
And Sika just got torn down there.
Power slam! And Alpha is clearly looking for a fight here.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the T in TLC.
And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them. Yeah, and if Bubba Ray and Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further. Getting tossed.
Not the prettiest thing you'll ever see, but it sure looks effective from here. Ooh! Caught in a bad spot. That's using your head. And Devon didn't find a counter for that.
Sika making an example of his opponent.
The powerbomb's not meant to be pretty, but oh man, does it get the job done.
Yeah, pretty sure they don't want to be taking any more of those.
Hava and Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat. This is why it's good for a manager. Good to have an ally who wants you to win as badly as you do. And will introduce any tool to produce victory.
Getting set up in the corner now.
Alpha had that well scouted. What are they going to do outside here?
Deposited across the barricade.
Hopped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise. From the top. Good Lord. Taking flight.
Soaring through the sky and crashing onto their opponent.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up. Stiff elbow will break that.
He's making his way to ringside now. We're getting up close. Look at this intense battle.
Everything ringside has potential to do some serious injury.
Ooh.
Here it is. Accolade. The accolade. It's over.
Trying to fight out of this submission. I bet we see a tap out soon.
This isn't getting a... Slides out the back door and he is free.
I need help, buddy. Go.
Now has the opponent set up, and there is saving grace. That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
He is looking to do some serious harm.
Table at the
Looks
same
like he's got
time.
something in mind for ringside here.
And now he gets back into the ring. Taking this match to the outside. Trying to fight their way out of harm's way. Elbow for the jump. And I don't know how much longer this can continue.
And his body has to be in extreme amounts of pain right now. And we're witnessing two titans of the tag team game absolutely destroying each other here.
The Wild Samoans and the Dudley
Incoming! You gotta be kidding me!
took a leap of faith and connected perfectly. This could be just what they needed.
Oh, yeah.
The Dudley
more faster. The reversals, I feel like you can't. I feel like the reversals are later
as they can be.
Now has the opponent set up.
Saw it coming and counters it.
Devon can have this one.
Bang! How you doing, Kyle?
I don't think this table's gonna last much longer.
I know.
Cena just beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Here are your winners. The Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley boys at their own game.
Zevon and Bubba pushed Alpha and Sika to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.